Hello and good morning everybody, and welcome back once again for another amazing update of DIY investing. There's recently been a lot of exciting things happening amongst the altcoins, specifically with Ethereum, that in my opinion points us to the early signs of alt season. We're going to be diving in today. I'm going to be giving you guys an updated analysis with Ethereum, what I'm expecting on the long term as well as the short term future, because right now is exciting times for crypto, and I want to make sure that you guys know exactly what I'm thinking moving forward. Before we start this video, I quickly wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my subscribers, whether you're just finding this channel or whether you've been following me for a while. I just wanted to say thank you all so much for the support. Recently, the channel's been doing very well. A lot more views on the videos, a lot more engagement. Even inside of the Discord, you guys are starting to engage a lot more. And so for that, I'm just very thankful to have you guys a part of the team. I know that when I first got into crypto, it was so hard to find consistent content. It was really hard to find somebody that you could trust. And not only that, but there really just wasn't a lot of information on cryptocurrency in general. So it was hard for me to learn and grow and be consistent when it came to profiting inside of this market. That's the reason why I made this channel and why I've been so adamant about uploading for you guys, is just because of the fact I knew how hard it was for me to find consistency. And so I wanted to give back by doing the same for you guys. Now, I've been able to be here for a while. I've traded the cycles. I've lost money in the cycles. I've made a lot of money in the cycles. But at the end of the day, I think that it's most important that you give back to the people who best served you. Now, even though you guys didn't directly benefit me with trading, I know that there was other people out there that did. And so for me to give back means the world to me. And so that's really why I do this channel for you guys. Anyways, let's quit talking and get right into the video today. Alright guys, next we're going to be diving in and taking a look at Ethereum tied against Bitcoin. We're also going to be diving into an awesome article that I found recently that's really caught my attention, so stay tuned for that. Now, for you guys that have been following me for a while, I don't need to go into too much detail, but I am going to explain this for some of the guys that are just now following me that haven't been able to see this. So this, guys, is the cycle of Ethereum, and I wanted to point out a simple fact that I've noticed between Bitcoin pairs and dollar pairs. Now, the Bitcoin pairs, they create the same fractals. Now, what do I mean by a fractal? Well, a fractal is just a big picture market cycle where you have a big impulse up, you have a retrace back down, and then it starts the new cycle. And these things repeat. Now, you have market cycles against the dollar pairs as well, but what I have noticed with the Bitcoin pairs is they're almost the same pattern. It just gets a little bit bigger and more expansive every time we start a new cycle. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if we take a look here, we're going to be able to see that we had a 1, we had a 3, we had a 5 impulse up, followed by a big picture A, B, C correction back down with 5 subwaves in the C leg, which is exactly what you want to see. 1, 3, and 5 back down. We'll change those to red so you don't get confused. And then we see the exact same thing happen again. 1, 3, 5 Elliott wave up, big picture A, B, C correction back down with 5 subwaves in the C leg, which is what you always want to see with a C leg corrective phase in Elliott wave. And so this is exactly what we're seeing now. 1, 3, and 5 wave down, working on the 5 wave of the C leg, which is the very final impulse. Now, it is possible we could go for one more leg lower, but that's actually why I'm making this video, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm expecting on a shorter time frame. Now, if you guys are following me in my Discord, and if you're not, make sure that you do. Last night I updated you guys, and I marked this as my resistance level. I said that if Ethereum could clear this resistance and hold support, then it was confirmed that we had just started alt season, and from that point we have broken out convincingly. And so for what I'm watching right now is support has to hold. Now, it's possible that we can continue to impulse much higher from here. I'm not writing that out, but what I just wanted to point out was that it is very important that we hold support here and continue to go up, because from what I'm seeing right now, I think that this 5 wave is complete. We had significant amount of volume coming in here at capitulation. Not only that, but with the weekly time frame, it looks like we got a significant buyback with this bullpen and then a push back up. So we have cleared our first resistance on the short term on the daily time frame. As long as support holds here, the trend on the short term has reversed. Now, we do have this big picture trend that's held us for almost 2 years now, but once the short term as in the final 5 of the C leg gets completed, which I think it already has, that is the early indication that you should be buying right now. Because once this thing starts to fly, it really does break out of these descending resistances quite quickly. And I'll show you what I mean here. Now, from the top to this move, we didn't break the descending resistance until here. And if you would have waited till you bought the breakout, you still would have made nice profit, but you would have missed almost half of it all the way down here. In fact, you probably would have missed the most profitable majority down here. And so that's why it's important that you're not getting too shaken out of the markets, or if you have a strategy that minimizes risk, do your thing. But what I'm just sharing with you guys is what I'm personally doing. Now, I actually bought some Ethereum at about $170, so I'm sitting pretty with my investment thus far. But with the Bitcoin pair, this is really the indication of alt season, because whenever these start trending up against Bitcoin, Bitcoin usually starts dropping, or the alts just start outperforming Bitcoin. And those are the two scenarios that happen. And so with this, guys, I wanted to quickly touch up on Ethereum with the Bitcoin pair, because I do believe that this short-term cycle is over. With the volume that came in here, I think that that was our first indication that capitulation has happened. Even though we had one more leg down, that is your key indication that smart money's already came in and started accumulating. Why else do you think that there's significantly more volume in the dip than there was at the cycle highs, even right here? Do you guys see that? It's important to pay attention for these things, and so this is why I wanted to give you the video, quickly touch up on some facts that I'm watching. I just noticed that Ethereum has broken out of my short-term resistance. As long as we hold support, I think the alt season is upon us, and I've been saying that, but really alt season starts once the Bitcoin pairs start breaking out, and I think that that has now just started. So pay attention for some of the high cap coins. XRP Bitcoin pair, I noticed XRP and the dollar is breaking out nicely from my entry, and so there are very exciting times throughout the entire crypto market. Do not get shaken out, and make sure that you're creating plans that you're going to stick through with the next cycle to come. Alright guys, next up we're going to be diving in and taking a look at an awesome article that I'm very excited about. Have you guys ever heard of the NBA player Spencer Dinwiddie?
Mismatch against Nene. Dinwiddie behind the back. Step back. Oh, that's really deep. Oh! Spencer Dinwiddie! Clear it for Dinwiddie. 5 on the timer. Dinwiddie lines it up. Yes! Harris gets it to Dinwiddie. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Steps. Fires. Oh, it's good! Spencer Dinwiddie! Buries it with .9 on the clock.
So as you guys can see, Spencer Dinwiddie is an NBA star that has recently broke headlines by announcing that he plans to tokenize his $34 million NBA contract. Now, what does this mean for the rest of the NBA, and what does this mean for crypto? The NBA gradually embraces crypto. Dinwiddie thus joined other NBA players engaged with digital currency. In August, the Dallas Mavericks became the second NBA team to accept Bitcoin as a means for payment for match tickets and merchandise. Back in 2014, the Mavs rival, the Sacramento Kings, became the first NBA team to accept Bitcoin for promotional products as well as for tickets. Also that month, the NBA and its affiliated union, the National Basketball Players Association, partnered with Dapper Labs of CryptoKitties fame to release a new crypto collectibles game. Fans will purportedly be able to gather live footage of NBA games that can be used in some capacity to build a competitor roster for the game. So this is really exciting, guys. Now, I didn't actually know this until after reading this article, but the NBA is slowly and has been adopting crypto. Now, I don't know if you guys remember it, but CryptoKitties was a tokenized asset game that came out on the Ethereum blockchain that rose to fame during the ICO craze, because a lot of these CryptoKitties were going up in insane values and they were becoming real collectible items. And so it's really interesting to see that the creator of the CryptoKitties at the Dapper Labs is now starting NBA tokenized games as well. I think it's a really exciting time. On the other side of the coin, with the increased adoption of digital currencies, some athletes have become involved in cryptocurrency-related schemes. In mid-August, news broke that legendary American professional boxer Mike Tyson was spearheading a new blockchain-based entertainment platform for fighters dubbed Fight to Fame. However, Tyson subsequently denied the news, claiming Fight to Fame to be a fraudulent scheme. Earlier this year, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission fined American boxer Floyd Mayweather and music producer DJ Khaled for promoting CenturyTech's initial coin offering on social media. The total amount to be paid to DJ Khaled comprised $152,000, while for Mayweather it was $614,000. Now, the thing that I find really interesting about this article here is the fact that Spencer Dinwiddie was actually one of the first NBA players and one of the first professional athletes in the whole league of whatever it is you're playing to really start developing and to really start promoting cryptocurrency. Now, back in the last cycle, Spencer Dinwiddie actually purchased some Bitcoin at 3K and sold and scaled out at about 15,000 right before the main hype phase started. And so he was actually somebody that was able to maximize a lot of money by profiting off of the last crypto bull run. So I think that that really is the reason why he's now reporting to tokenize his initial contract. Now, I'm sure that it's not going to be his entire $34 million contract. I'm sure that he set some aside for himself, but it's really interesting that we're starting to see this new era where NBA teams, NFL teams, fighters, they're starting to really adopt this new idea of tokenized assets, whether it be through payment of Bitcoin, whether it be through promoting their own scams, whether it be through blockchain technology. It doesn't really matter, but the fact is so many of these new bigger named people are starting the adoption with cryptocurrencies, and now we're starting to hear about it. And so for me, just seeing Ethereum breaking out against Bitcoin, seeing this sort of a news article with one of my favorite NBA players that I like to watch, it's very exciting to see that the adoption curve has started full cycle, and we're starting to see more and more of these articles, more and more people coming out in support of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And so just to see this was very exciting for me. I wanted to quickly share with you guys this because it really does set the stage for this new era of money. I mean, this is the first case of an NBA player actually taking some Bitcoin as payment for his contract, but I think that this is really just going to set the stage. I know that Patrick Okung, I think is what his name is. He's the offensive lineman for the Chargers, I believe. And he has been really big into crypto Twitter the last few months, been really hyped about Bitcoin. And I do strongly believe that if he hasn't already, I would think that he would start to issue his NFL contracts in Bitcoin. Now, he probably has already signed his contracts, which prohibit him from doing that now. But I think that this is going to really set the stage for a lot of these newer players, or whether just new players, or what I should say, new contracts being issued that are going to now start tokenizing the money in play of those contracts. So I think this is a very exciting time for crypto, big exciting times for adoption as a whole. These are people that have millions of followers, a lot of engagement, a lot of interaction. And to see people watching these, it's going to give them more confidence in cryptocurrency and more likely to buy altcoins and whatnot. So I just wanted to share with you guys this because it's very important to me that we're seeing this adoption take place. We're seeing little things piece by piece, just setting the stage for the real hype cycle to come. And so I wanted to share with you guys this because one of my favorite players has now started issuing Bitcoin out of his NBA contract. And so I'm very excited about the way things are headed. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. You guys know what to do. If you found this video helpful, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more updates. If you want more awesome analysis like the one in this video, make sure you hit the invitation link in the description of this video, and there you're going to get access to my Discord server. Anyways, guys, with all that being said, I will catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.